Hi starseeds, it's Sikaal and Opheana here today with the Ascension Energy update for December 2018. We're cosmic shamans, spiritual life coaches, and we want to share this information with you guys to keep you up to date with everything that's happening energetically.
Yes. So many changes. That's the theme of the December month.
Change,
and then change again. So breathing through each moment that you are urged to make a change and look at, okay, what is it that my guidance is telling me? What do I need to do? I can feel that there's parts of me that don't want to change. I feel there's parts that really want to get going. And then there's other parts that just wants to hide away. So really working on your willingnesses in all areas so that you can support your change to keep moving forward. You know, it's a choice in the end. It's free will. If you're on the ascension path and it's really what you want, this is what's needed.
Yeah, and the energies, as you know, they've been constant. I mean, since August 2018, it's pretty much flatlining at 9.2, 9.3, 9.4. And what does that mean? Constant high energies. We saw that in last month's update. This time, though, you're being continually asked to change faster and faster. Last month, we said to you guys, a lot of you need to catch up. Keep up is the new game. Keep up with the change, and especially around the Christmas matrix, which, you know, you may have seen in our other videos, we have our own thoughts on and our own beliefs around, because there's a lot of programming in the Christmas matrix. So the invitation to you from your presence and your teams as well is this Christmas, no matter what you're doing exactly, look at where is your personality locking you down in programs, where are you resisting change, and where are you holding on to the old ways of doing things simply because it's how you did things. So really just let that flow through and say, well, why do I have these Christmas habits? Why do I share this type of meals with which people? And how do I do it with presents? And what do I do on Boxing Day? And what do I do for New Year's? And look at, well, what is normal out in the matrix of 3D? And what do I really want? So allow yourself to move through that and understand that it's okay to change, because you're not a robot and you're not here to just do what everybody else does. Your presence and your teams are guiding you how fast you need to change, or how fast it would be advisable to change. Why? Because you're going somewhere. You don't need to be there yet, but you are going somewhere. So it's kind of like your presence is saying, well, you're going up the mountain now. This is a bit of a steep climb. However, I urge you to go a little bit faster. Why? Because there's that weather front coming, or there's that patch of the mountain you have yet to move through. So utilizing these 9.2s, 9.3s, 9.4s to continually look at, well, what can I change and where do I need to change?
Yes, the Christmas illusions, the veils, the programs, the matrix of Christmas. Why? Why do we celebrate Christmas? Why do families get together? Is it because of Christ Mass? Or is it because we glutton for one little tiny lunch that we prepare for months, and then
dinner or whatever,
slave, and it's all eaten in 10 minutes. Oh my god, so full. Oh, I'll have a drink to wash that down. I mean, a lot of you wouldn't maybe be still doing that, but it's pretty normal. And by the way, Boxing Day is more of an Australian thing, so a lot of the Americans will be like, what's it talking about?
Second day of Christmas.
Yeah, it's the day after Christmas. Exactly. It's like an extension, you have all the leftovers. And there's lots of sales. So that's the other side of it, is the whole commercialism around it. People go into debt for one day. They pay off that debt for nearly 6 months or more, some of them, because they want to show up for their family and give everyone the present that they want to give. Because if they don't, it means they're not good enough. It means they don't love them enough.
Yep.
They need to give the right presents to their kids. It's all right, I've been there. Seriously, I was hardcore, man. Gotta please the kids. Gotta make all the food perfect. Gotta have the perfect breakfast, perfect lunch, perfect dinner. Gotta make sure they've got the right amount of presents. It's all good so that they're happy. I used to do, the snow walk from Santa Claus, like the whole thing. It's all an illusion. And how long does the joy that these kids get on this day last? Really think about it. A lot of kids, maybe not like the little ones to 3 or whatever, but they sit there and they go, next, next, oh, this one's cool, play with this one for 2 days, plastic in the cupboard, next, yeah, nah. And then it's just all in the cupboard, isn't it? Is it really what they need? And I'm not saying to get things for kids, but to get it when it's flowing through the year.
It's interesting because adding on to that, there's such a matrix of around the holiday season, everybody's at their nicest, at their most loving, at their most generous. So you buy things maybe that you can't really afford or just a bit more. Why? Because you need to show how much you love your kids or extended family members or family or whatever, your friends. And you spend more on food and preparing different recipes. And really, why? Because it's all how it's done. So we're not here saying you can't have a good time in those Christmas holidays, enjoy yourself. But more and more, as you may
see through it.
You've gotten used to that with us. We're planting seeds because in everything, and that includes birthdays or holidays, or you have to travel overseas when you have your holidays,
Valentine's Day.
Whatever, Valentine's Day, all of the days that are in the matrix for a certain reason, if you can sort of elevate above that. And I mean, if you're not fully ready to let it go, that's your choice, but understand that you can have a different attitude within it. That it's okay to even do it on a different day than exactly Christmas, just to shake it up a little bit. Or don't do presents, or do different types of meals than you normally would. Shake it up just to peel yourself back from the matrix, because as you raise an ascension consciousness, your spirit is guiding you to understand that every moment is that special moment. And it's not just the holidays when you don't have to work, because it's all built on you're off from work, and then there's the holiday season where you spend all the money that you made at work, and you show how good your heart is, and you show how open you are, and everyone's loving and forgives each other for things that maybe you shouldn't even be ready to let go of because they weren't very nice in the first place and heartfelt. So there's a lot of cords and things that people allow in the holiday season that are not based on truth. So it's kind of like it's the red string of all of the stuff that we teach and share with you guys. At Christmas, it's like it's exaggerated. It's exaggerated, and everything can be polished over, swept under the carpet, swept under the rug to not be dealt with. So we're not delivering an anti-Christmas message here. We're delivering a spirit message where your team is saying, well, what are you doing? What is it you really want? Who are you? And what are you here to bring? Are you here to do all the steps done in 3? Are you ready to elevate to the next level? And the times where the matrix is the thickest, like Christmas holidays and Christmas itself, that's the time to really pop through these type of things. It's like the node is really thick there, and it's a big opening to move yourself out of these situations. And this is why, this is part of the Ascension Energy Update, using these big energies, the 9.1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, using them to elevate yourself above the 3D matrix, even so you can really see what's going on at these nodal points where the energies come together thickly in the matrix, is just a really good idea.
Absolutely.
A really good idea.
Yeah, so just to add as well, if you want to have a look at the background of how, Santa was created and Christmas and the commercialism around that, there's articles about it. There was a St. Nicholas, and he would give to the poor, like, why aren't we doing that on Christmas Day? Why aren't we changing people's lives in that way instead of the gluttony and the greed around buying? And because it's been programmed in, and Coca-Cola had a bit to do with that as well. So really looking into which part are you buying in, and just get rid of the illusions. If you wanted to still participate, be very conscious about it, that's all. So just to add around change, it's really about coming back to presence, your presence constantly, not just presence in the now, but in this moment of time with my presence, with my spirit, what am I guided to shift and change? And there might be little inklings and little nudges here and there that maybe you haven't been listening to. So just go deeper and really listen in, because it's key. Because these are the areas, if you're getting frustrated or annoyed in certain areas of life, if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling a bit depressed, there's usually a sign that Spirit is saying you're not in truth here. There's something out of alignment. So line up and find out what it is, and I can guarantee you it'll just open up, because you're looking at it and you'll line up and you'll be like, oh, okay, that's what it is. I'm willing to go there. This is challenging. Yes, it's an initiation, but what am I here for? I'm going to do this. Whatever it takes, I'm going to do it.
And the team just wants to add an analogy which may help you in these times. When you're at an airport, just the normal horizontal escalators, it's going really fast, and Spirit and your teams are on the sideline, almost like you're standing, not running, but standing on that and doing a marathon. And so your Spirit and your teams are handing you all these things, and it's your choice whether you grab them or whether you just stand in these fast speeds. So the analogy is given because you can do so much more and change so much more in your life with these high energies coming in. It's kind of like they have created the speed to go faster of the ascension process of Gaia and of yourself, and all of these opportunities are there for you to change, little things and big things. Are you going to grab them? We would advise yes. Why? Because they're going to come back anyway later on. You may as well do it now, because you know where you're headed. Your presence is bringing you to where you truly want to go. Yes. So use that escalator analogy to know, okay, great, I'm going to grab that one, I'm going to grab that one, I'm going to grab that one. And don't overload yourself, but know that your presence is not handing you anything that you can't handle. And your presence is utilizing the changes in the field, the energetic changes, to help you get to where you truly want to be, and where you can shine with all of your multidimensional gifts and really be all you came here to be as a starseed on your mission.
Absolutely beautiful. You can do this, and really remember the whys of why you're doing it, because sometimes you can get a little bit comfy and it's all good, I'm doing good,
yeah.
You know, just really push through that one, because there's more, and the team's saying there's more, like all of us, there's more for all of us, no matter what level of consciousness you are. So you are so supported and loved. So go as much as you can with love and with light and with courage. We love you guys.
Much love, guys. Many blessings. See you next time.